I got him. Let's get out of here. Here we go.
You did it. How is he?
Pretty messed up.
But he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell.
You have no idea.
Ship.
All right.
Let's get out of here. Still detected 10 times, but it's kind of unavoidable. But yeah, didn't kill nobody. That's what's important. There's an outsider shrine there. Oh, man. Wonder if that's where the other bone charm was. Oh, there's more runes anyway. Not a big deal. And I did miss a blueprint. I think I probably will, off-screen, go back and try to get everything. But yeah, that'll be off-screen. So let's continue, shall we? That was an awesome mission. You're awakened with a strange feeling. Well, looks like we're gonna be talking to the outsider anyway. Can I write in my diary? No, for some reason.
The void again, but it feels different.
Looks different. Delilah? Did you do this to the void? What did she do?
I can pull you into this place.
Fuck.
The outsider marked me long ago.
I know.
I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
Yeah. I mean, if she can pull me in, she could just get rid of me.
But I like having a like Jessamine.
I told you when you're older. How's next year?
You said that last year. Jessamine's younger than me, and she's a court every day.
This is, well, it's complicated. We'll discuss someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Oh. Now these memories, we don't know if they're actually true though, because they're from her point of view. So she could be tainting them. And of course, Jessamine was a full-blood royal. You're only half-blooded. To be fair.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel.
So you're between two worlds.
Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
How many times have I heard that?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessamine, what's your name?
It was her. Delilah's light. She broke it.
And how do we know she might have? And regardless, they were kids.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
I've been through this as well.
She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No.
Her sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
many people have had a hard life. Do I want to go? It's all I can do.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination?
Can't necessarily trust it. Can't trust her, period. No matter what her motivations are. Meet with Megan Foster and Anton Sokolov to discuss the next step in your efforts to take down Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos.
15 years ago, the Loyalist conspiracy asked me to kidnap Anton Sokolov, and I did. I took him from his home to the pub we were hiding in, and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? He laughed at us. He told dirty stories, taught Emily more than her governess could in 6 months. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
We don't know if that was the electroshock or just age. Because age will do that to you. Why do I hear a room? Somebody find something while they were out?
Even in the void.
Jessamine?
If only I could do more.
Jessamine? Delilah's stronger now.
A lot
Am I to
stronger.
blame for Delilah's bitterness?
Of course not. She's driving all of this.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Hey, Anton. Write my log. So even if Jessamine did blame her, they were kids. Sokolov is safe. In the end, it wasn't me who stopped Kiran Jindosh. It was his own vanity. He built a machine to destroy intellect, hoping perhaps to use it on a rival like Sokolov. Jindosh never imagined it would be used on his own mind. The greatest intellect of our day reduced to that of a confused child. So there will be no more Clockwork Soldiers. That part of Duke Abella's plan is ruined. I bet that gets his attention. And I've rescued Anton Sokolov, what's left of him anyway. The man has aged since I last saw him. The intellect is still there, I hope. But physically he struggles in every way. To walk, to eat, to piss. Conditions on the boat exasperate this discomfort. Still, there's nothing to be done. For now, the dreadful whale is our only home. Delilah in the Void. I was in the Void, only this time it wasn't the outsider who met me there. It was Delilah Copperspoon. She's grown in power, somehow, and wanted me to see things through her eyes. She showed me her mother, left to die in a debtor's prison, and Jessamine, her half-sister, pampered in the luxury of her palace, Dunwall Tower. Silks, fine tutors, grand feasts while Delilah hid in the kitchen. Their shared father, Emperor Emily Kaldwin, with his empty promises, telling Delilah she'd be a princess too, and soon. This was the past, and she wanted me to see it. I wish I knew if it were all lies. Some of it has a ring of truth, as most things do. Although we warp it, and in her case, Delilah may be warping it to her own end. These are broken again. I need to fix something.
For a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
What about you? How are you doing? Okay, I'll stand over
Good to see that
here.
you're still with us. Thank you for helping Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do.
I imagine.
Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
I'm working on that. Believe me, the Duke has my full attention.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I'll do what I can, Alexandria.
So many of them.
I wish there was something I could remember to help in your efforts.
I don't want you to remember, honestly. Dear Dr. Hypatia, I couldn't be happier about the news you gave me. The people here in Dust District desperately need someone like you. I understand that you cannot see patients in Admire anymore, and that it's too dangerous to go back to your apartment. I'll arrange something. We'll find you a safe place to hide and give free consultations as you suggested. I'll send word about it via the Miners Family Committee and some friends I have at the Silver Spike newspaper. Welcome back to the city, Lucia Pastor. At least you have friends. You have a life to go back to. That's something to be very, very happy about. Let's not talk to everyone. Oh, Anton.
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Corvo did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Megan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
To be fair,
Corvo.
he was like that
The
before.
Royal Protector has risen. A bad night.
I have
Maybe
no
you've
idea.
been sleeping on goose feathers too long.
Sit down
It
when you
wasn't
want to
that.
talk.
Anton,
Well.
when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.
Corvo, she's right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me.
And now the
It
Crown
kept
Killer's
me
here.
alive from my knowledge that I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
The curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
So, there's our next connection. You're helpful whether you think you are or not, Anton.
There's a spark in your eyes. Something other than hate, which surprises me given all that's happened.
What do you mean? I have hope. I can't not have
Meet me
hope.
at the skiff when you want to set out for the Royal Conservatory.
Alright.
Maybe I should begin a series of bloodfly-related sketches. Infested corpses and the like.
Hey. Ew. Dude, seriously. Done mine. Kind of killed your blood flies. Sorry. Actually, did you write? No, these are just books, not his journal. Never mind.